I don't want to run my mouth too much or on the internet too much, so I'm gonna keep it short and transparent. I personally think for like Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero, I think it's bullshit that people who bought the standard edition have to wait. Now I pre-order mine through ordering and stuff like that because I have had poor experiences at GameStop and then Target and Walmart are running out of copies because people are running to the store to get Sparking Zero. This is going to be the biggest fighting game of the year, and I can see it because if stores are running out. But I think if you're not an influencer, I understand influencers who get paid to play, their games, like anime influencers or fighting game people get a copy and they can play it early and stream it. That's perfectly fine with me. That's not what bothers me. What bothers me is the people who get their copies earlier, then they tend to spoil some stuff sometimes. Which, let's be honest, I don't think it's going to be a spoiler because I've seen the Dragon Ball Z story so many times. And I'm really here for the fighting game aspect of this because I love Budokai Tenkaichi 3. But I think personally, and I'm just saying as a personal thing, as a guy who plays fighting games, I just think it's bullshit that the only people who got their copies earlier, like even a couple days earlier, that aren't influencers, are people who bought the collector's edition, the one with the Broly and Goku Ultra Instinct statues. Mind you, I know people ain't gonna listen when I say that some people have money issues because of how the economy's going. Let's just take money out of the equation. What if people don't want that statue? Because there's people that like the Z Broly better than the new Broly. Why make them wait longer for their copies of Sparking Zero? I feel like games are now pushing to get collector's editions by making people who buy only standard editions. And before anyone says, well, you should have a gaming PC and you need to get yourself a Steam. But listen here. It ain't going to take long before they do stuff like that on Steam. What if you don't want the DLC? What if you just want to play the game as it is? What if you want this? I think people should have choices. But I don't think that people who get standard editions of any games should have to wait outside the release date, in my personal opinion. But for personally, I think it was probably not the best choice to have mine on, mail order. But I did that because I've had bad experiences with GameStop in the past. With my Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth, respectively. I'll get into stories of that a little later on. But I just think that they're trying to push you to buy the Ultimate Collector's Edition so they can get more money. It's more about money than anything else. And I think it's just bullshit. I think you should, at least, if you buy the standard edition of the game, you should already have in your hands by release date. But that's just my opinion. And then for, copies to go missing because there's scalpers who buy 100 copies and overpriced and oversold. But what's funny is that I think those people should be the one who have to wait because they're just buying the games to sell it for a much higher price because they know it's going to go out of stock. So that's my whole situation of Sparking Zero right now. I'm hoping I get it by Tuesday because the latest is Tuesday I'm supposed to get it. And that's the latest. If not, I'm making some phone calls. But I just think this whole collector's edition stuff is just bullshit.